I graduated with a dual degree in architecture and art. I got my bachelor's in architecture and I got an associate's in the art program. Well, actually, this is a funny story. I originally just wanted to do art, but sometimes when you're applying to college and then you're getting some assistance from your parents, they said, Alexis, I'm really not going to just send you to school for art. So I said, okay, what other things that I can do to incorporate my artistic capabilities and my talents? So architecture was the next best thing. I was also in technical drawing in high school. It was perfect. They meshed well together, and I think the two complement each other. It gave me a higher edge in certain things, and I was able to express my creativity when it came to design and building, and so on. It was Expo 2020. We did multiple projects with different universities, like the University of Miami. We even incorporated some stuff with University of Delft. So that was incredible. And if I could touch on Expo 2020 a bit more, I think that was the platform where I just excelled. Um, I found out a lot of my passions and stuff like that. And it gave me multiple opportunities to travel and to experience new things. We met architects, engineers, and all of that. So it was an amazing experience. To tell you, I was involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I joined a sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I was a part of the Student Government Association. With that, I think that was the breaking point where I came out of my shell, because when I first came to the University of the Bahamas, I moved from Freeport, Grand Bahama, and I came to Nassau, New Providence. That was an eye opener for me, and to do that alone. So, being in the Student Government Association, I became more verbal, I became more confident, and as you can see, like fluently speaking, you have to do a lot of that because you have to represent the students and stuff like that. I met a lot of mentors, a lot of great students that have impacted my life. So when you say what I did, there's not specifically one thing that I can pinpoint. I think it's just the entire university experience, especially being in the School of Mathematics, Physics, and Technology. I have to shout out Mr. Brister. He has been one of those lecturers. He was the chairperson at the time. He's been that person to like push us, motivate us, and he was definitely one of those that mostly impacted my school experience. Well, when you start school, you have something in your head, and then you eventually go through the years and you sort of change. Of course, I did architecture and art. So when I first started, I wanted to be an architect, as well as have my own art gallery as a hobby. But now that I've done with school and I'm in the working field now, I think that I want to get a little more into urban planning. And I do love interior design, and of course the artistic capabilities, they do merge. So who knows? I can't give you a specific answer now. My mind is still going. I might be able to even go back to school and get my master's degree. So you have to ask me in the next year. Being a leader for life, well, not even a leader for life, but just being a leader in general, you realize that you pick up certain attributes and characteristics like integrity. You're done with all the procrastination because you got to be organized now. You have to be loyal to certain things, but at the same time, you have to remember that yourself comes first. And with being a leader, I think that we more so become selfless and we forget about ourselves and we want to help others. Now, I think the difference between then and now is I would have exerted myself until it was like none of me. Like I was always tired, constant headaches, and mental health and keeping up with your mental stability is becoming really important now, and we're shedding a lot of light on that. So I think the difference between then and now is I'm taking more care of myself. Um, of course, my heart is still open to helping individuals, especially those that need assistance and do want to follow in the path that I did, like with architecture and art and all of those things. But most importantly, I'm just making sure that I'm okay. And then, of course, I can lend a hand in any which way. But I think it's very important that as a leader, you make sure that you are sustained first. That way, you can give your all to any and everything. Because if you spread yourself too thin, then that becomes a problem. So I can say that's the difference now. Hello, my name is Alexis Lightmore, and I'm a University of the Bahamas leader for life. I graduated with a dual degree in architecture and art, and I was initiated into the illustrious Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.